sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain, cause it's a beautiful day, a beautiful day. Baby girl, make you know the lie, make you tell your friends, say you they feel this guy, no even waste time, oh no. Cause now me you go follow till the day we die. But meanwhile, I can't wait to make your face just smile. It's not a lie. You set my soul on fire. Oh, my lord, be one call on my low. My lord, but no big boy, we can make this money. Me I no fight like baboon, but you still love me like this. So even if not taboo, you can still want be my boo. Say oh my Cinderella, Jojo battle, I'll be your umbrella. I was sitting at the corner, babe. You were sitting at another corner, sitting at the table for two. Oh yeah, babe. Oh yeah, babe. I'm waiting for your order, babe. Champagne, 2 glasses for nobody but you. Oh yeah, babe. I say, waiting be done, nothing I can do for my baby, my baby. Anytime when you see me come through for my side, I say, one you won't want me, one you won't want me. I'm in San Francisco, Germany. One you won't want me, one you won't want me. I just flew in from Miami, Peru, para. Peru, Peru, para. I'm losing control, child. I can no more pretend. You don't scatter my defense. Little things from the end, girl, you go like me. So baby, follow my command, you like zombie. Go down on me, or with your coca body. Hey, see I no go fit invite you to come my party. Make una no shy, oh. Hey, all of a now, I say, see my shoulder, make you rest upon it, and you know I got you. Now me be your friend in it. I want the money, don't show now. I don't keep some for you, and you know go so far, cause everything I get out for me and you, yeah. How are you, my friend? How do you do, my friend? I know sometimes it be like say nobody send you that one a lie. I tell for you, my friend. I'd rather congratulate you than to hate you, cause I see you winning and I'm winning. Eh, we all are winning for life.
Lady Ucha and Usha in the building.
Yes. Oh, indeed. That was amazing. Amazing. He just took us round. As we just tried to savor this, he sings another one. Thank you so much. Okay, we usually start our show with a backgrounder. The backgrounder begins our conversation and then, of course, sets the tone for our show. Let us go to NTA Abuja to do that for us.
Change, they say, is constant, and no country or person is exempt from the wave of change. The rise in technology, economic transformations, pandemics, and socio-political factors have led to a number of changes and transitions globally. Nigeria has evolved through the years with a varying degree of success in these particular areas, and the strength, resilience, and creativity of Nigerians gives them the ability to survive and adapt from subsidies to online learning. When the COVID-19 struck, many thought education would come to a halt. Schools closed their gates, classrooms went silent, playgrounds grew empty, children were forced to stay home, and as the world looked to technology for a solution, so did Nigeria.
When COVID happened, into the countries, whether in Nigeria, Africa, most people have to adapt to the system. And that was when people started getting this awareness. The children, the parents, and at a point, it became a standard. It became a channel through which education activities can be carried out. And so far, it has really helped. And today, AI, Zoom, Instagram, and others, people have really come to understand that it is one of the easiest way, to pass knowledge.
I couldn't separate my children from being online. And you don't even know what they're watching online anyways. Well, it has been a wonderful help too for them. That's the positive part of it. It's very okay. Like, especially with this AI times, I'm also a culprit. So most times if I don't Google, I ask AI anything, but the only thing is that I don't quote AI. When I type and then AI tells me anything, I go and moderate before anything. But the positive side of it is like almost like 95%. Yeah.
From rural classrooms to city schools, teachers and parents discovered new tools and a new courage to keep learning alive no matter the obstacle. In 2012, the CBN introduced the cashless policy, encouraging the use of alternative methods of transactions. For many traders, the shift from cash to cashless wasn't easy. But even the illiterate and semi-literate are finding their way in Nigeria's digital economy by using point-of-sale terminals, simply referred to as POS, or having the open mind to receive bank transfers.
I start using the machine when the cash flow is not as it was before. You understand? So we have to apply for a machine that we'll be using. Although before we were using only bank transfer and cash because there is a lot of cash flow then. But when after the COVID and the cash is not as it was before, then we apply for POS machine.
Across Nigerian farmlands, from the savanna of the north to the wetlands of the south, the Bureau of Statistics estimates that there are about 38 million smallholder farmers in Nigeria. With a growing population, climate change, land tussles, farmers face a new kind of uncertainty. So the need to adopt new or modified farming practices is more of a necessity than a choice.
We all know that the whole world is battling with climate change, and as a result, the rainfall pattern is no longer as it used to be. So as a result, you discover that you can no longer predict which season you're supposed to plant, and even you cannot even predict the harvest that you're supposed to get. So as a result, we've seen a decline in the output that farmers usually get.
For every Nigerian, change carries a different meaning. Sometimes hope, sometimes fear, but always a call to rise. Adjusting, innovating, and believing in a better tomorrow.
Many thanks, NTA Abuja, for that show opener. But it's not the showstopper. There's a lot you're going to savor and enjoy today on the show. Thriving in a changing Nigeria. Earlier when we opened the show, we talked about the fact that you could sleep to a different method and wake up and everything, the narrative has totally changed, and you're supposed to reinvent yourself to suit what you woke up and met. Let's go to NTA Lokoja as we continue our conversation and see how they can further enlighten us about thriving in a changing country like ours.
Across Nigeria, life is changing very fast. Every new day brings fresh challenges. For the average Nigerian, survival has become a daily routine. But behind every smile, every determined face, lies a quiet question. How are we really coping?
It has not been easy. See, this is the oil filter that I normally buy 500, 400, 500. Today is 2,025. I bought it 2,000 now.
There are lack of jobs, cost of living, most of it is linked to it. So people are finding it difficult to live because they cannot survive alone by themselves. When there is lack of job, there's no work to do. How can they survive alone? So this is...
No doubt, many Nigerians carry invisible weights. The stress of making ends meet, the pressure to stay strong, and the silent battle with fatigue and worry. The phrase, "Wahala no dey finish," has become both a joke and a sad reality. Yet, only a few stops to ask what this constant struggle does to the mind.
We see a lot of emotional problems, depression especially, and then to an extent we see other conditions like anxiety.
Burnout, anxiety, and depression are becoming more common, but they often go unspoken. The stigma around mental health means many choose silence over seeking help. Therapy remains a luxury, and in many homes, the response to distress is simple.
Challenges differ from one to another. But if we have any challenge, the first thing to do is to pray to God.
Not only prayer. Prayer is one of the solutions, but require actions and require deep investigation into the matters. And it requires seeking for an expert fit in that particular field, most especially when it comes to the issue of mental health.
Faith brings comfort, but understanding mental health requires more compassion, conversation, and access to care. Acknowledging pain does not mean losing faith. It means choosing healing.
Let my son, he go better. We do for you.
And when I feel overwhelmed, I feel I should talk to my parents, my mom, because she's the only one that loves me genuinely and will give me advice and encouragement.
There are certain things that can protect our health, our mental health. For example, the use of sleep and exercise, good nutrition, having networking for social support and all those things. If people do that, it will go a long way to help them maintain their health, and then to try as much as possible to avoid things that can damage their mental health.
Surviving in a changing Nigeria is more than endurance. It is learning to pause, to breathe, and to find meaning in small victories, because understanding the weight we carry is the first step to lightening it. Even in the midst of change, Nigerians continue to rise, finding strength, holding on to hope, and creating a joke in every opportunity they find.
No wonder they say that Nigerians are among the happiest people in the world. We keep pushing, and I like how NTA Lokoja used that word, wahala. I'm sure in Nigeria, you don't know what wahala means. There's wahala. Anyway, it is time for us to get into the meaty matter, like Thelma will always say. Our guests are here, and it waits with so much joy, pleasure that I will be introducing our first guest, a man that I've admired for so long. Meeting him today was just simply, I think I was starstruck. Anyway, it was such a pleasure meeting him, and I'm talking about Apostle Goodheart Ekweme. He is the leader, Revival House of Glory International Church, and the Horn of Revival Ministries. Let's see his profile.
Apostle, welcome to Weekend Deal.
Thank you so You're welcome.
It's great to have you with us. Indeed, it's an honor and a privilege for all of us here today. We have another beautiful, dazzling guest. She's a lady with extra touch of wisdom. She told us behind the scenes, and she went into the future and brought forth extra knowledge. And we have the opportunity to benefit from it all today. Let's meet, greet, and welcome first with her profile, Amarachi Ironkwe. She is an aromatherapist and a wellness consultant. Her profile is now.
Welcome to Weekend Deal. This thing we do on weekend days, looking like the Tare Glam Squad is touching all our guests because they come always hot. They come looking good, prepared, prim and proper. Well, welcome to Weekend Deal. Apostle, I'll start with you. Change is inevitable, and they say our society is constantly changing. As a people, first, what should be our perspective on change? Should we be scared of change? Should we embrace it? How should we look at change?
Change is inevitable, like you mentioned rightly, and I think it's for us to use change to progress and advance our lives. Life in itself comes with twists, turns, bumps, curves, inevitable. But it's said it's not what happens to people that matter as much as how they respond to it. And it's about perspective. Like I put it this way, when we are faced with tests, we need to do the right thing to turn the test to testimonies.
Oh, goodness, okay. It's happening here again.
Many people want the testimony without the test.
Without the test.
They want the triumph without the trial. And one thing that can help this analogy is this. The sign plus is horizontal dash and vertical. Okay? The dash is negative. All right. So whenever you have a negative situation, if you do something right, it will turn to positive. So it's perspective. Change is inevitable, and what we do with it will make our lives better.
Thank you, Apostle. Make our lives better or not. So if we focus on the negatives, then it's up to you. You know, they say OYO, Oyo is your method. And of course, as we're having this conversation, it is our hope that all Nigerians, indeed everyone watching us, we key in, because when individuals succeed, the collective too can benefit, especially when we're synergizing with people like you here today. We want to reap all the good benefits so that our country can thrive. Thank you very much, Apostle. Okay, Amarachi, my darling, my dazzling sister. Black or gold? Black or burnt white? You are dazzling. Okay, because our viewers have not heard that amazing story you shared behind the scenes, I'd like you to share it with them, because it's also a matter of perspective. Someone will say, what is she talking about? But please share. Someone just may benefit, like us.
Okay, so before the show started, we were talking about my hair.
Yeah.
It's something that is, well, it's definitely an icebreaker to me for the first time. It's like, what is going on here? And I actually shared the behind the scenes of that, let me put it that way, to say that I had a dream of what I would consider the future version of myself, or the wiser, more pronounced version of myself. And I would say it was probably an older me, because she had white hair. But I was like, you know what, this actually looks good. And about what he said about the perspective, yes, of course, being young, and having to treat people emotionally, sometimes you have to draw wisdom and just pull in you know, what you'd consider the wiser, more mature version of yourself. So that's what inspired the hair. Let's get that out of the way. And yeah, so whenever I appear like this, that's when I'm prepared to pull in wisdom.
But is it work, the people you are relating with?
Well, like I said, it's about perspective. It may or may not, you know, be true. Let me put it that way. But when you have a perspective of something and a mindset, I mean, placebo effect happens for a reason. When you truly believe something, that's where also faith comes in. You find out that it may not be the cause, but because of what you believe, you find yourself manifesting what you want to happen. So yeah, that's what I would just say about that.
Okay, so Pastor, I want you to react to that. But I also wanted to come from also this angle. We are people of faith, Nigerians.
Yes.
Do you think we are balancing our faith with work? Or are we just a faith people and not moving with the action?
That's you hit a very strong point, because I do teach faith, but I teach responsible faith. I think we can't be so religious that we refuse to use our minds. Wow. The thing is, God gave us a mind that is to be used. And whatever faith you subscribe to, my thinking is your mind is to be upgraded. But unfortunately, we come into the faith and we seem to cease to use our minds. Yeah. Wisdom is that which is needful to navigate from here to your future. So as we believe God, and we should put works to it. The Bible says that God is committed to bless the works of your hand. But here we are waiting for ripe cherries, mangoes to fall from heaven, and it's not really happening. We're accusing God. But God says, I need for you to be responsible. The first man created in the garden was Adam and Eve. God left them with an assignment to till the ground before they sinned. So there is a place for hard work for those who believe. And Bible says again, he that doesn't work will not eat.
True.
So in your believing, get yourself working hard, diligent, and God will bless the works of your hand.
Indeed. That's actionable wisdom. Make your wisdom, make your faith actionable.
Actionable. Responsible faith.
Okay, as you're praying, put your hands to work. And you've told us now that God is going to bless the works of your hands. We're in church,
master class.
See the way you pushed us inside, so creatively. Nice one there.
Thank you.
And of course, good thing that Amarachi is often putting her hands, her mind, everything to work to better the lives of many Nigerians. Like Patience said earlier, wahala deo. You know, sometimes people say we're living a pretend life. But some may not also agree. It's not a matter of pretending. We have to show up. I believe that's the first actionable show of our faith, Apostle Goodheart, that we should show up.
That's right.
Little matter how daunting the times may be. But Amarachi, you find a way to cushion some of these challenges or the forces that make life daunting for us some of the time. Tell us some ways which I can just leave work, that wahala, you know. Car, we just have issue, you know, it's every day. We just finish servicing, the next day issue. Someone will not hit you again on that issue and say they don't have money to fix it. Okay, I need to see Amarachi now. What am I going to be arriving with? I may not arrive in the way I would comport myself. I'm distressed, so I'm coming. How am I going to exit my time with Amarachi? What will my experience be like?
Okay, so I would say God is merciful in the sense that, speaking of faith, He has provided us with everything we need to have a comfortable life. And it's now left for us to step out there and claim it. And what I'm talking about in this instance, to answer your question, is that there are herbs. Thank God we're in Africa, we're in Nigeria, and we're no strangers to the healing power of herbs and nature. And these herbs, science have given us the device to extract all their healing properties into oil form, which is what we call aromatherapy. And this is one of the least stressful ways to manage change in the current climate that we are in Nigeria to ease stress and to just improve mental health. I'm an aromatherapist, and taking these herbs now in treatments or diffusing it in the air or just using these oils, they really help to calm your nerves, to ease stress, and give you a clearer head to face your problems, give you a clearer perspective so that that minus, you can turn it into a plus.
Okay, please, quickly, I want to know what aromatherapy, I've heard so much about it. See, I'm not going to pretend and just gloss over it and say, I know it. I look all cute like I know it. Please, I know there are many people like me.
Break it down.
Break it down.
Of course. So aromatherapy, let's break the word down into two. In the first place, you have aroma and therapy. It's basically a way of using scent or aroma as a form of alternate therapy. So instead of taking pills or medication that just, I would say, more of prevents your body from feeling what it's already feeling, we use aromatherapy to do that inner work and healing, to actually go in depth and, just help to calm the mind, help to ease stress, to ease pain, and improve focus. So that's what aromatherapy is. And the oils we use, like I said earlier, is gotten from these herbs or plants that we already know their healing properties. But imagine, instead of taking the bitter herbs, you extract all that healing property into, well, some people will say oil, but it's actually just a liquid that is basically the essence of the plant. That's why we call them essential oils. And then you take these oils, you could use it in massage, which is the most widespread way of using it, as long as it is the authentic oils, because there are some adulterations in the market that wouldn't do the therapeutic work. They'll basically just be nice fragrance. But as long as you have the authentic essential oil, whether using it in massage or just inhaling it like I do in my therapy sessions, within 5 minutes you can actually see the difference in people, from their mannerisms, from the way they just, you see people that come in tense and all of a sudden they're so relaxed. And yeah, that's what I would say is the life hack that I've been using to survive in this changing Nigeria. And I feel so many people can also benefit from this.
And so many have, most probably. Okay, and still it's all about perspective. It's all about what you want to get out of the experience at the end of the day. Okay, Apostle. Finally, I can speak to Apostle. I did that for you. Woo! Celebration.
Let's give her a minute to be starstruck.
To catch a breath.
Okay, on a lighter note. We talked about the stress that will lead us to Amarachi and others of our ilk. And oftentimes, no doubt, your doors, so many knocks, have come over the years from a myriad of challenges emanating from this great place where we exist, survive, surmount, and hopefully one day we can succeed. Apostle, what is a typical day like for you when you're talking with different Nigerians and giving them hope, working on their perspective with that special thing you said, actionable faith?
For the work I do, I relate with people. Like you rightly inferred, I see people almost every day, and people in different walks of life, the very low, the very high, if you call that. The truth is, Nigerians are going through very difficult moments. Even the rich do cry, and the rich are crying. Those who once wouldn't complain of the economy are really venting that it's not quite what they were used to. So I think everybody who is sincere, in one way or the other, are feeling the pinch of the economy. The thing is, a hopeless person is a helpless person. So my responsibility more than often is to give hope. That's very powerful. Because if you lack hope, your situation is worse than it is. But if you have hope, no matter how bad it is, you can bounce back. and many have bounced back from very, very difficult moments. So that I find to be very relevant, and what I find myself doing by virtue of my calling and assignment. Having said that, again, I will challenge people who are going through difficult moments to not just sit back and wait for Santa Claus to show up, all right? To get up and do something, especially men, right? And I say that with great sense of responsibility. If you're a man, get out there and do something, especially if you are a husband and a father. Again, you find in this client people who keep their complimentary card. I'm MDC of this company that is not getting off the ground. And they sit on a couch, flip through the TV for days, not going out to fight, you know. I'm not sure you go too far that way. I will rather a man become an Uber driver and bring something home while you wait for the big contract, if that's making sense.
Yes,
so in this climb, we need to be humble. Though I have a degree of 2, 3, 4, I don't have the job in whatever company, do something. Yeah, because if you did that, it's an honorable thing to do. And as you're doing something, you're in a place for God to lift you to do something better. So be encouraged. Everybody's going through what we're all going through, but be seen to be doing something. Keep moving. And I close with this analogy. A parked car will more than likely have dust rest on it. All right? A parked car. But if a car is in motion, debris and dust can't settle. So no matter what it takes, be in motion. Get up every day. Go out and do something. With that, you have less issues of depression, anxiety, panic attacks, because you're working, you're doing something. Just by way of encouragement to fellow Nigerians, as we say, it go better. It go better.
Thank you.
Yes.
That was profound.
That was profound, deep, profound,
Thank you.
relatable. We can relate to exactly what you just said. You see, we keep telling you here that the weekend deal is one master class after another. Today is another one. Amarachi, while I was preparing for the show, I read somewhere that said to be flexible, to adapt, is one of the ways we can thrive in the changing times. So we must be flexible and adapt. Can you just speak to that? Would you want to speak to that?
Yes, of course. I would say I completely agree with you. Change is something that is inevitable. I feel everyone, is a fact of life. Everyone can agree to that. And what makes the change a positive one is one's ability to adapt to it. All through evolution of animals and plants, you can see that the ones who survive, the ones who end up thriving, are the ones that are able to adapt to their environments. So I feel everyone should have this hope that we have already built now, and determination backing that hope to know that yes, things are going to be better, but as things are right now, what can I do to adapt to it? How can I take advantage of the situation, and how can I be a beacon of hope to others as well? Because I feel one of the things that brings this depressive blanket to people or prevents them from adapting to change is that they look only at themselves. They look only to themselves. But when you're looking at the environment as a whole and you have this mindset of, oh, I want to make things better for the next person, and you're looking at other people, there's just this profound thing that happens, that you're already adapting to the environment because you're trying to make the environment better. And in the long run, you find that you're the one setting the trend. You're the one changing things. And of course, what better way to adapt to change when the change is coming from you? As they say, change begins with me. So when you're the one that is affecting that change in your environment to make things better for the people around you, not just yourself, that is, for me, the best way to thrive, to adapt to the changes that happen in this life.
Thank you, Amarche. Profound, 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 deep. You know, I've often heard too that life is simple. That is, we human beings sometimes will complicate it. An idle mind. At least our parents told us that one. It's the devil's workshop. So even though some of the words are coming out in a way that we're just packing knowledge, some of the words have been resonating from when we were young, and they resonate even till now. It does tell that our parents and the guardians told us some things that were totally true, even in these times. We're going to Port Harcourt. Tools for mental clarity. We read somewhere that over 50 million Nigerians have mental challenges. Dr. Gwen said everybody's mad in some way. So who knows what truly is? But NTA Port Harcourt, you've been delving into tools for mental clarity. We would love to learn about what you found. Please share.
With the hustle and bustle of everyday life, many of us are struggling to find our footing. The pace of life is accelerating and the pressures are mounting. So, how can we find peace amidst the chaos?
One of the virtues we preach in the Catholic Church, which is the virtue of hope. Hope is that feeling, spiritual feeling within us that says we are not alone. We have somebody who made us and who does not abandon us, even in the midst of challenges. And that person is God. The second coping mechanism which our cultural situation in Africa provides us is our communal way of life. In our African setup, we don't count numbers. When we are organizing any form of ceremony, wedding, even funerals, it's a communal affair. So everybody who around comes, and you don't chase away anybody. And so long as you are there, you have something to eat, you have something to drink. That's a coping mechanism. And that even that sense of sharing, being in the midst of others, helps you.
In Port Harcourt, Rivers State, Nigeria, many people turn to faith-based practices to find peace and comfort.
He said, when you trust in him, he will not be put to shame. He said, as we look unto him, our faces are enlightened. We are not going to be put to shame. So I believe him that me coming to his house, trusting him, my life will not be put to shame.
To promote mental wellness, communities come together and support one another. They provide opportunities for people to learn new skills, share their knowledge, and build relationships.
We meet on specific days in the month to see ourselves and reap from what we get from that place in the meeting. Example. Problems among families, among ourselves, are resolved in such meeting, even in these trying times.
Here we share a lot of jokes, and by the time you finish and you go back home, you feel good. You feel good mentally, and stress is abated. There are things that don't necessarily need drugs to cure, but interaction with other people and letting off steam and opening up to others who can help you within the community, including your kith and kin.
When I come to the meeting, I used to feel very happy. After joking and cracking jokes, laughing, if I go to my house, I feel happy.
Connecting with nature and engaging in physical activities are all practical tips for incorporating mindfulness and faith into daily life.
Exercise is not just about losing weight, it's a lifestyle. I've done it for 25 years, still counting, and I'm not ready to stop. It makes you smart in body, it makes you smart in your brain. It gives you clarity. It helps you to, put yourself together. you don't look smart. Even when you're moody, when you exercise, you burn out the anger, you remove the anger, you remove, the stress of life. And it makes you to move. And it keeps you in a very good mood.
Enjoyment of nature, marveling at the beauty of creation. These are all things that give us a sense of wholeness. We have beautiful beaches. River State is a riverine state, and we are by the ocean. We have shorelines that can be developed into beautiful areas where people can go out on picnic, enjoy the beauty of nature.
By making conscious choices about our daily habits, we can improve our mental clarity and reduce stress.
Exactly what you want and need, so believe you can never give up. Reach you go, step to yourself.
Thank you so much, NTA Port Harcourt. There's need for us to distress using so many means. I mean, like exercise. The lady said she's been doing that for 25 years. I am inspired. Joining the conversation now is Eke Okori. He is a business mentor, change agent, and an entrepreneur. Let's see his profile.
It's great to have you join us on Weekend Deal today.
Thank you so much.
Great to have you.
Thank you so much.
We know you are going to nourish our discourse. We're talking about thriving in a changing Nigeria. Already, our producer introduced you as a serial entrepreneur. And I do know we've talked about fashion with you. We've talked about a restaurant theory, which you are an excellent person. And several times I've called you like, I'm boarding the plane, I'm heading to Turkey right now. Business beckons. So who knows what else you are going to open now. But amidst all of this, many people are even finding it challenging to take off with one business. Research shows that over 5% of businesses crumble in the first year. 15 to 20% in the second, third, fourth, and fifth year. And who knows how recent that research is. It could be more challenging even now. So tell us about your secret. You started small, didn't you?
Yeah, I definitely believe in the concept of dreaming big and starting small. And so I still remember when I started, that was first week of January to 1999, first week of January.
Remember.
But before I started, I already had a vision of what I wanted to do, because this is very important. Part of the biggest challenges people have is that a lot of people don't understand the concept of a vision. When you don't have a vision, you are like a traveler without a destination. And so I already had a vision where I was going. And it was a very big vision, but I needed big money to start. But I couldn't find it anywhere. And so I had to start small. It's a long story we can talk about another day. But one of the things I've learned is when you know where you are going, nothing can stop you. You don't have to start big. Just start with whatever your hands can, lay on. I mean, I had to start with 12,500 naira. And it was so difficult to get that money. I approached some people. I went to this very wealthy person in my place, told him about my vision. I was still very young back then. And unfortunately, he couldn't help me. Then during Christmas, I also went to this very wealthy person again that came back home. I also told him about my vision. I was still very, very, very young. And surprisingly, for whatever reason, he also couldn't help. But then I didn't give up. I talked to my mom. Surprisingly, my uncle in the US sent mom 5K. And you know, moms, she invested that 5K in my future.
Wow.
And then I had to sell some curtains. I just had to look around the house. Sold some curtains that my brother used when he was living in Cotonou. I had to japa back then. So I had to sell some of the curtains, raise another 7.5, added it together. It wasn't enough. I couldn't start the way I wanted, but I had to start anyway. And surprise, surprise, that has been my seed money all along. So it comes down to having a vision. And then sometimes vision don't also drop from the blue moon. You must know the importance of reading, learning. That's the way out for anybody. It doesn't matter where you are coming from. It doesn't matter what people have said about you or your family. Because I came from a family where, when I was growing up, there was no single rich person to inspire you. And people were now saying nasty things. As a kid, they were telling us that people from my place don't make money. That we are cursed with poverty. And a lot of kids believe this.
Wow.
But I refused to believe it. And so I had a curious mindset from the beginning. I was asking myself, how could you keep your hands clean and go on to create lasting wealth? And so out of that curiosity, the first time I moved out of my place, I went to Cotonou to be with my brother for a little while. I saw books in his house. One of them was Think and Grow Rich. I read it, and for the first time, I could see that my faith, that is a way, that if the devil can bless anybody, that God can bless even more. I began to see the principles, godly principles that any human being can apply, no matter the economy, and then you will make it. Sure banker.
Sure banker. I like that. There's some confidence right there.
Yes.
T.
Masterclass, oh.
Masterclass,
my
babe.
P.
Masterclass, babe. Anyhow.
Well, there was a direction I was going to go because you mentioned vision and reading. And I do know that, and faith now has come up. People have read and are still reading. People have faith. They are still faith in it. They read the Bible. They go for fellowship. People had seed money a bit more than what you even had.
Yeah.
But somehow they've deviated to do things that they cannot boast of anymore. We can call you here today because in a way we are proud of what you have achieved and we want others to benefit. Apostle Lekweme, tell me, how vital is the role, is it of guardianship? Is it the home front now? Or mentoring? Are we doing it well enough to be able to see more dynamism, just like we're seeing from Mr. Okori at this time?
Mentorship is so important and critical. The word mentor spelled in English is M-E-N-T-O-R. But I have a twist to it, M-E-N-T-O-U-R.
You are.
Mentor.
Mentor.
So who a mentor is the person who has gone ahead of you and is willing and able to take you on a tour. Yeah. You can learn from your mistakes, which is okay. And it's said that experience is the best teacher. It's a teacher, not the best teacher. You can learn from somebody else's mistake or experience. That way, you save yourself the pain of learning. Like he said, reading. Yeah. But we live in a generation where people don't want to be mentored. But I come from the Eastern extraction, as you may know, and there's what is called the apprenticeship system. Yes, possibly borrowed from the Jews. You serve a master for 7 years, and then typically he will send you out on freedom. Those 7 years, it can qualify for a PhD. You're streetwise, yeah. But you're learning practical ways of that business, the secrets behind it. But you see, the day and age we live in now, everybody wants it big and quick. Very few want to humble themselves to learn under another. So mentorship is so critical. And we need to encourage this generation to look for people of integrity and character who exemplify their future and humble themselves to learn. Otherwise, they will have to learn from their own mistakes, which is painful, which will take longer to get to where they're going to. Humility is key.
Yeah. Sometimes they never get there.
Yeah, some they don't get there. That's true. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
Interesting. I keep learning. Yeah. I keep learning and learning. Mentor with a UR. Somebody who is in front of you that will give you a tour.
It's a tour guide. It's a tour guide.
Apostle.
And you have integrity.
You see why I say I love him?
Character.
Yes. You see why I say I love him so much and I've admired him for so long all my life. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was a great one. Now, we were going to digress a little, but I'm smiling because we are digressing to somewhere that I love. My little sis, my beautiful Abba, will be taking us on food and nutrition and our emphasis on, oh goodness, plantain. You see that brown one that's a bit brown, that when they fry it, and then take it away before
you bring your...
Hi there viewers, my name is Anna and this is the food and nutrition segment of the Weekend Deal Show. Today we are talking about one of my favorite things to eat, which is plantains. Plantains are a member of the banana family. They're a major food staple in Africa and they also form part of the diet in Latin America. Unlike bananas, people usually cook plantains before eating them. Cooking methods include frying, baking, and boiling. Plantains can also be eaten at different stages of ripeness, from when the fruit is green through to when it is yellow and black. We need to go on a short break. When we get back, it's more on plantains. Don't go anywhere.
Alright everyone, no put your ears, make we talk. Shots my tea fresh now, but you know, I beg no be slow. Ever heard of Colgate, the #1 oral care brand in the world? For zero cavities and long-lasting fresh breath. Mama and Papa buy up, use up, and shine your smile. No more cover mouth.
Welcome back viewers, it is still more on plantains. Now plantains are a low-fat source of starchy carbohydrates and fiber. They also contain good amounts of vitamins and minerals, including vitamin C and potassium. Plantains are a good source of vitamin C, and including them as part of your varied diet can help support the immune system. We need to go on another short break. When we get back, it is still more on plantains. Don't go anywhere.
Alright everyone, no put your ears, make we talk. Shots my tea fresh now, but you know, I beg no be slow. Ever heard of Colgate, the #1 oral care brand in the world? For zero cavities and long-lasting fresh breath. Mama and Papa buy up, use up, and shine your smile. No more cover mouth.
Welcome back viewers. Finally, heat and light can destroy vitamin C, so when cooking plantains, use as little non-boiling water as possible and only cook them for a short period of time. Plantains are a good source of potassium, so including them in your diet may help regulate the body's sodium and potassium balance. If you don't usually eat plantain or you overcook your plantain, I advise that you eat plantains and try not to overcook, over-fry, over-roast, over-boil your plantains because they're healthier when they're slightly undercooked. With that said, I will be handing over to Thelma and Patience. Thank you so much for sticking with me on the health segment of the Weekend Deal Show. Bye.
Thank you very much, Miss Abba. I remember when we were younger and my mom couldn't afford or couldn't get us plantain. She said, eat banana now, it's the same field. They are all sliced and open. This one only to even fry. So we'll eat it, smile, drink water on it. But thank God for the more of today. Well, our guests are still here. We want to learn more from our masterclass, Apostle Goodheart. They talk about 40 years. And such a young, is it 40? Is it 40 years your age? 40 years?
No, not quite.
You look so young.
40 years in the faith.
Woo! Please share with us.
Yes.
Share with us.
Well, at an early age and stage of my life, before I became 17, I got into Abuja, 1985. And as I settled down into my room, an elder gentleman, brother of course, preached to me. And I turned my heart to Jesus. And from that moment, I became very passionate about God and the things of God. My father, who you may know, former Vice President Dr. Alex Kwebe, was very concerned that this zeal may take my boy out of school before graduating. So we had a fight, back and forth. But thanks be to God, I got through my degree for another day. Within a year plus, I was led to start a campus fellowship, Young Christian on Fire, which eventually became a church in Abuja. I got through ABU 1989, went to Jos to serve. There again, God led me to pioneer another church. In 21, all right. Served another ministry for 21 years in Abuja here. Now currently serving what is called Horn of River Ministry, where I lead. That has been my journey for 40 years, quite active, very focused. This year, I knew that God would have me celebrate the milestone. Many celebrate their birthdays, but this time it's my birthday in the Lord.
Wow.
So this year, by God's grace, I will be releasing 10 brand new books, 10 new books in the next few weeks, in addition to 30 other books that will be republished. So 40 books will be released in the next 2-3 weeks by God's grace. By God's grace.
Okay, so you want the books to align with the 40 years?
Well, that is the whole idea. One book per year. That's my contribution.
Wow.
Yes.
What were some of your, obviously you had some very highlights of your career. Where were some of your challenges on this journey? I'm sure you had some challenges.
Oh, I have
and how did you overcome them? Because
I have quite a few. Yeah. First off, I hinted you that my father and I were not in perfect terms. I am is late now, his first son. So you'll expect that the son of a man who has 7 degrees, not honorary, 7 degrees. Classics, law, masters in law, architecture, top, 7 degrees. Will want his son to have maybe 2 or 3.
Absolutely.
And probably run the family business.
Yes.
But here I was saying, I'm called to be a preacher.
Wow.
And my kind of preacher is Pentecostal preacher. So for many years, I had a very estranged, I was like a prodigal son. So it was painful. At a certain point, precisely in 1994, I went back from the north to Lagos to meet him, where we reconciled.
Oh, beautiful.
So that was a very, very difficult moment for me. Of course, I served in a ministry for 21 years. Very attached to the ministry, you'll expect for 21 years.
21 years?
21 years.
Whoa, that's a lifetime.
7 times 3.
Yeah.
One ministry, it's a long time. I hear God says your time is over here. No crisis, no qualms. If anything, we're in the best of relationships with the leader of the ministry. But God said, your time is here, it's over, it's time for you to move on to do what I didn't know. That was crisis. So I felt like an Abraham who was asked to leave his comfort zone to go where I don't know. That was what led to what I'm doing currently, Horn of River Ministry for 8 years. And God has been helping us to figure out the new assignment. So a few tough issues there, but I think those two really come to mind. Yeah.
But I want to, as we say thank you, because I know you have to be somewhere, I want to wrap up with this. Something tells me you feel quite fulfilled.
Very.
But what would you say has been your most remarkable time?
Yeah.
I know serving God sometimes can even impact the family,
Yes.
the nuclear as well as the extended. But what would you say was that aha moment you said, yes?
Well, to be honest, seeing lives change, I can't pay for it.
Wow.
If I could pay, I'll pay. Just doing what I'm called to do and seeing people walk into churches I pastor a month, 3 months, a year, their lives change. It's one of the greatest joys of my life. Money can't take that from me. So that I would say it's for me the big deal to see human beings transform. I think I love God, but I love people.
Yes, humanity.
I really love people. I really love people.
Okay, please, before, I know this question, I know you will laugh. The great Lazarus Ikweme, are you related to you? I need to know.
Well,
I don't want to go thinking, are they related?
That's my uncle.
His uncle?
My father's immediate younger brother.
Biological uncle.
Same father, same mother with my dad. There are three brothers.
Oh my goodness.
My dad, Professor Laz, Professor Obodo Ekweme, 2 professors. So he's currently the king of my village. So that's my uncle.
That's Prof. Laz.
Our love. We love
Laz. Prof. Laz?
Yes.
He's the king.
He's the king.
I know he's a musical genius.
Correct.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Thank
nice.
you.
Give him our love.
Will do. Wow. Thank
you.
You
Must call my name. Say Patience. Or
Patience.
It says
love.
Okay, we've taken Port Harcourt, but we're going to Maiduguri. We know we'll see you again, Apostle Goodheart. You must come again. This class is not over. But we thank you immensely for coming to change our world, our perspective, and to make us love you even more. Because now we have seen you eyeball to eyeball. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. From NTA Maiduguri, we'll be learning about the tradition, modern life. Wow. There's a synergy, right? Or isn't there? Please share more.
Maiduguri, once a city of calm rhythms and ancient pride, the winds of change now sweep through its streets faster than ever before. From the acres of the old Kanem-Borno Empire to the home of a modern digital world, one question lingers in the air. How do the people of Borno keep their culture alive while embracing the future unfolding before them?
We discover that globalization is pushing us to extinction. Well, our culture also, because of different factors like marriages, when you don't marry from the same culture or you are speaking the same dialect, it also affects the children. And not only that, the coming of Western education also has greatly affected our culture.
Language, once the heartbeat of identity, has long connected generations across Borno State. But in many homes today, the voices of Kanuri, Shua, Baburbura, Margi, and other tribes are gradually fading into whispers, slowly replaced by English and Hausa.
We are going to teach them 1, 2, 3, our mother tongue, so that they will not forget our language. If you are Igbo, then you will introduce Igbo language. If you are Yoruba, you will introduce Yoruba language. If you are Hausa, you will introduce Hausa. Like we Kanuris, we have our own way of writing and reading.
Yet, the story does not end there. Across schools, cultural hubs and online platforms, new bridges are being built in language clubs.
The way I dress is now somehow traditional, but then in fact a lot of modern thing has come into it. But how many people will you see dressed in this type of attire now? Children have to learn from we the adults. As we the adults abandon them, then what do we expect our children? So therefore, what they see now in the social media and then around is the Western, in fact not only even the culture that evolves around us, but the Western. And then which does not add any value.
Let me give you a clear example with myself. I am married, but I haven't done Bah.
Okay.
You see? Why? Because I don't even know of it. I saw people doing it, then I now ask, what is this? They said culture. And when we say, some of our parents, they will say, now they have gone to the church, they have gone to the mosque, they are going to the religion, so they are no more practicing that traditional whatsoever. So you see, so that was how we have been living the Bah. So there are so many grown youth like me that don't even know what is bar.
Fashion too tells its story. Once a vibrant symbol of color, dignity and grace, Borno's attire now dances between eras where traditional embroidery meets urban chic, and the old proudly mingles with the new. To some elders, this transformation signals liberation, the freedom to evolve, while to others, it is a quiet fear that the face of culture is slowly fading beneath the bright lenses of globalization.
Many of the things that I witnessed as a child and then as growing to adulthood are no more there. So therefore, unless we document or talk about it, our children and grandchildren growing will be completely lost, so that they will not be they will not be conversant with some of those things that we value, which in fact makes us admired and be respected as the sons and daughters of Borno State.
Well, with the above in mind, culture remains the lifeblood of any society. The pulse that shapes how we celebrate, remember, entertain, and dream. Through language, music, dress, and tradition, we define who we are and learn to see the world through the eyes of others. In today's Maiduguri, youths live at the crossroads of two worlds, one anchored in ancestral rhythm and the other wired to the digital age. They scroll through global culture, yet their hearts still beat to the sound of talking drums and northern melodies.
Thank you so much, NTA Maiduguri. The modern and the traditional. There's always a synergy between those. Okay, our conversation will continue. Today our focus is on thriving in a changing Nigeria. And I'll go straight to my entrepreneur. I do know that, like I said about the mentorship thing, networking, what is the place of networking in thriving in a changing Nigeria? What role will networking play?
Networking is very important.
Okay.
Relationship is everything. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't even understand that, especially young people. You have somebody as an employee, and they just work anyhow. They don't care about relationships. Even when there's a need for you to leave that particular organization where you're working.
Yeah.
Some people just leave because they don't understand the importance of human connection. Somebody said that friendship, relationship, is God's way of compensating you for the brothers and sisters he did not give you. And once you understand this, you will be intentional about connections. And because see, the pastor intentionally had to exchange a number with him, you know, and with Amarachi.
That was networking.
That's networking. It's so important. They say that your net worth determines your net worth. And so there's so little you can do on your own. It's people. Everything you want, somebody has the solution already. Anything, whatever. So it's critical to success. Successful people must understand the importance of connecting with other people. It's critical.
Wow.
Amazing.
That's so amazing.
Networking.
But you use the word intentional, you know, so that's so critical. I know I was talking to a lady recently, and she said, if your network is not networthing in the terms of contracts, reliable contacts, and then resource management, control, and even financing of some sort for your ideas, you better repackage yourself and know where you are at. We too need to bring some to the table, and those we're relating with,
that's
you know,
important
it
to
must
add.
be a very interesting synergy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. AK. That's my beautiful. A queen indeed. Well, the amazing secrets you've been sharing with us behind the scene have beckoned at us such that everybody is saying we must come and have the Amarachi experience of aromatherapy. But being that as it may, what we plan for that? Tell us about the amazing experience you are planning for your network in December 5th, you said?
Yes, so adding to what he said, having that community, we will call it networking, but I call it having a community. Or, when they say it takes a village to raise a child, it takes a village to grow a business, it takes a village to heal, it takes a village to adapt to a changing Nigeria. And of course, I have recorded success in having one-on-one session with my clients, but we also found that there's something profound that happens when you gather people together and create a community where people heal together and heal one another. And that is what of late we've been achieving, trying to do. We had an event not so long ago, an aromatherapy and tea party, where it was like, instead of party that you just go and you come back with headache, why not gather somewhere that you meet strangers that wouldn't be strangers for long, because you heal with them and just have a good time in a therapeutic setting. And now we're doing something similar again on the 5th, though this one is more casual and laid back. It's just a group aromatherapy session that we've termed Breathe. And if you feel like, I just need to catch a breath in this changing climate and everything, and of course a good place to network with people, to be a part of a community. We have an event happening on the 5th of December where we just stay together, discuss, have a group aromatherapy session, and that feeling of feeling heard and seen with people that are like-minded. That is something that money cannot buy, and so that's what we're trying to achieve on the 5th.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
If you come out looking like you, we can't mess it for
with yellow hair or something.
Your hair is already similar now.
Anyway, we are still planning to attend this amazing event with Amarachi sometime in December, 5th of December, you said?
Yes.
5th. Thelma and I were somewhere last Thursday. We hung out with a legend, a man who has given Nigeria music magic that has done music magic on stage for 25 years. His words, his lyrics are philosophical. They are amazing. And we took our time to speak with him. I'm talking of no other but the legend, Oinea Boyinu, Two-Face, Two-Baba Idibia. He even did a shout out to my daughter. Let's see that clip.
Jay Slicky, would you?
He's an amazing gentleman.
Yes,
here because we're with a big guest. Megastar. Nigeria's legend. Yes, sir. We can play. Please, what do we talk?
He doesn't get bigger like this.
He lost that okay. I'm fine now.
Yes,
yeah, I'm good.
Let me start by saying you look so good.
Thank you.
Young.
Thank you.
What is your secret? Just tell us. Let's start by that.
I always tell people that I drink plenty water and I mind my business.
Interesting. Moving forward, I'll be drinking plenty water and I'll be minding my business.
I wish you well in that. Let's hit the ground running. The music legend is 25 years
on stage.
Feeding the world. Nigeria is so proud of you. Tell us, what kept you going?
Yeah, for me, I think music is my life. Music is the thing that I've always dreamt of doing. I've not thought of doing anything else apart from music. And then, as life is now, there's ups and downs, different struggles. So for me, as it keeps happening, I know that I just have to keep going. As I set the first bar for myself, now myself I need to challenge. You know, so that's the only thing that has kept me going. I just want to keep challenging myself.
So for me, I would say that why I call you a legend behind you most times is because of the lyrics of your songs.
Thank you.
It's not just me. You go deep, you're philosophical. Where do you get your materials from? Is it from around you?
Exactly.
Oh God,
you just said it. You just said it. No, that's very nice. That's very nice. It's things that, you know, basic stuff around, you know. Inspiration can come from, I feel quarter today and the thing will make me go think of something.
Yeah, make them hear. No go tell anybody, say you see me for here. It's not only me, you know, say I no go the care. Just like everybody, I wish life is fair. Only me, there will be.
Don't call you a legend also because you set a pace for many. And you always supported the orphan coming. Looking at our music scene today, where would you say Nigeria stands?
I think we're on the top level right now. Internationally, just name it, anywhere in the world. You know, this thing, I mean, back in the days, we used to have so many heavyweights. You know, but there's one period that came that, you know, most of the labels left Nigeria, things started crumbling, so many things started happening, but somehow we came back and we revived the whole thing again. And now, we are the toast of the world. Now, you know, Nigerian, African artists are making things happen everywhere. The spotlight is on us right now. You know, and I think that the young men that are carrying the torch, they're doing extremely well. So I'm happy. I'm happy to be alive when it's happening. Yes, so.
People say that Nigerian music scene is changing. Who are you looking forward to collaborating with? You've done it for all the big
Now everybody, man.
Everybody.
I tell you. Everybody. There are so many. Talent is too much. I work with so many young artists. But now I think I'm going to try my hands on a couple of artists.
For me, two men brought you again to our consciousness that this man truly is a bridge. You are a bridge for those coming, you are a bridge for those ahead. We saw you with Victor Laya, we saw you do something amazing with Victor Wife's Jeremy. Tell us about the experience.
Man, the most exciting one for me was when I did it with my father, Bongo Sikwe. That was one for about, I'll never forget that day, man. It's amazing working with these great, these people are giants. You understand what I'm saying? Victor Laya, Sir Victor Wifo. These people are giants.
Finally, but what is happening? 2Face25. What's Nigeria expected to see?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go very intimate with my people. I'm going to take them on a journey, you know, because it's a night of celebration. But before the final confetti and all, I'm going to take them through my journey so far. And I'm going to give them a glimpse of what I'm going to be doing next. So it's going to be a night of memories, nostalgia. Yes, now. Nostalgia and then celebration. I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for life, man. You know, I'm grateful for life, and my fans are the most amazing. You know. Yes, so what's up? Subaba in the building, and keep watching Weekend Deal on NTA. Don't try to change that channel. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
It's a two something.
It's a two
Baba
something. Yes, so
you know, sitting with a legend.
By saying do not change.
Don't change that child.
Whatever you do, just don't change it. Just leave it the way it is. It's a pleasure to be with you this morning. Suleiman Babajia Osman is my name, and we go straight to the paper. But just before that, aromatherapy is something we need to talk about immediately after the show. Trust me.
We're here for you, don't worry.
Sule
All right,
Sule is dazzled, please. He's dazzled by the beauty.
Please. Who would it be?
Please, discuss Osime. Discuss Osime.
All right, so let's start with the nation. We go straight to the leading story. It's all about PDP. It's crisis. Everywhere you go on the papers this morning, and we start with this one. Fubara, others boycott as PDP faction holds a convention. It has some riders here. Abuja court holds event over Lamido's exclusion from chairmanship contest. Restrain INEC from monitoring, recognizing outcome. Oyo High Court reaffirms jurisdiction to hear suits. Wike Anyau Batu Damagun, governance for control of headquarters. Details of that are on page 4. Now, health workers declare indefinite nationwide strike. Well, that's something that we always want to avoid in Nigeria, but unfortunately, it keeps coming. Moving on to the next paper, Saturday Telegraph. We'll go straight to the leading story. Still on PDP convention, Lamido pulls out as Abuja court holds exercise. Ibadan court gives a nod. Ex parte order can't take precedence over judgment, says Wike. Ex-governor purchased the form late. Body judge. Details of all this can be found on page 3. Now, federal government has not met our main demand. ASU says full-blown strike may be inevitable, describes role of government officials as worrisome. Details of that on pages 4 and 5. Let's just hope that the authorities concerned will do whatever they can to avert this upcoming strike, because it doesn't really help anyone, really. Okay, now to leadership weekend. We start with this story just above the masthead. The army assures on proactive approach against insecurity. Details of that can be found on page 6. Crisis settle for caretaker arrangement. Trustees committee tells People's Democratic Party warns that INEC may not monitor today's convention over legal issues. Weakest camp accept caretaker option, adopts trustees report. PDP in tug of war over Abuja Ibadan court orders. Details of all this can be found on page 4. Now to The Guardian. Let's take the stories just above the masthead. Campaign against hunger unites farmers, other stakeholders. No Ribadu from fighting graft to tendering nation's security. Now to the leading story. Contentious PDP convention. Complex deals that frustrate opposition parties' revival. Details of all this can be found on page 10. Now to the Punch. Okay, beside the main flag, this one says, how life abroad humbled me, Omotola Ekinde. Of course, this is one veteran of the Nollywood, and of course, she's moved abroad, and then she shared, it's an elaborate interview here in the Punch. I'm sure you would do the needful by picking up a Punch and just read that conversation. Convention for PDP governors storm Ibadan as INEC signals boycott. Lamido blames governors. Wike Bode judge. Clash over court ruling. State delegates arrive venue. Details of that on page 4. Now to the last paper I have with me this morning, and that is Thelma. Can you imagine? Thelma has a paper, of course. She definitely.
If Osime is not there, what's the game?
Talking about sporting life, and of course we're going to start with the
Osime.
Yes. Yes, well,
we
have to celebrate. Now this one says Nigeria versus DRC. Osime, I am human. I make mistakes. Apologizes to teammates over missed chance.
Thank you so much, Godwin. God bless Nigeria. Indeed, our show started today with 2 artists painting on. They came with a plain canvas, nothing on it, and they began to paint. And now they are done. Musa told us that what he painted is a representation of two couple. Yeah. Musa, wave. Nigerians want to see you. Just wave at them. Yeah. Yes, that's Musa. Musa painted something.
Okay. Maybe you look the other way and wave.
So that
Ayuba will show you where to
Yes,
wave. Okay, well
yes.
done. Ayuba is not alone. I mean, Musa is not alone. Ayuba is also there. Ayuba is the bona fide staff of the NTA. He's our brother in artistry and creativity. We celebrate you. He's talking about hope, even at sunset. Yes. Yeah, he said that's the western skyline view of the Tafawa Balewa Road in Abuja. Nigeria, there's hope. Keep thriving. Keep raising the bar, raising the standard. Victor Osimhen is going to do it again.
All right. This is an interesting one.
Okay. Lady Usha and Ush, take it away. Let's do some dancing and moving. Well done, guys. You guys did amazing. Well done.
Yeah. Anytime you smile, girl, you amaze me. Baby, your beauty burns so crazy. Can I be the one to call you mine? Darling, your glow is divine. Every little move got me enchanted. Falling for you, my heart's been granted. Girl, you shine brighter than gold. Hold my hand, let the story unfold from A to Z. Yeah, you're my melody. Every letter sings of how you meant for me. No dictionary could ever define how you got me spelling love line by line. Yeah, you're my melody. Every letter sings of how you meant for me. No dictionary could ever define how you got me spelling love line by line. Yeah. Spelling love line by line. Whoa. How you got me spelling love line by line. Yeah. Spelling love line by line. Whoa. If I could, I'll give you the skies. Just one look and I hypnotize. Kiss me once, like the stars ignite. Love like this feels alright. My mind's on you every day. Nothing else could pull me away. Only you can light on my life. Promise, girl, I'll treat you right. Queen of hearts, you're my royalty. Roses can compare to your loyalty. Sweetest soul, you set me free. Take my heart, it's your property. Under the moon, let's dance so slow. Valentine vibes everywhere we go. With you, I'm winning life's game. XOXO, I sign your name. Why? You and I, we're reading in space. We were doubt, and you're my soulmate. Oh, from A to Z. Yeah, you're my melody. Every letter sings of how you meant for me. No dictionary could ever define how you got me spelling love line by line. Yeah, you're my melody. Every letter sings of how you meant for me. No dictionary could ever define how you got me spelling love line by line. Yeah. Spelling love line by line. Whoa. How you got me spelling love line by line.